Hi everybody, my name's Gabriel Varga. I'm a 6-time pro kickboxing world champion, and today I'm going to be teaching you about the left body hook, specifically how to throw the left hook, combinations from beginner to advanced on how to set up the left hook, and how to set up the hook off defense. First, let's talk about the technique behind the left body hook. And a common mistake that a lot of people make is they try to lean forward and put too much weight on the lead foot, and they do this because they want to get their head closer so they feel safer and the long shots of their opponent can't strike them. The problem with putting too much weight on your front foot is there's no pivot and it's hard to rotate the body, so therefore your left body hook will lack power. And once you lack power in your body hook, you can't scare people. If you're not going to scare people with the left body hook, it's so much easier for them to counter you. Next, we'll talk about the hand positioning of the lead arm hook. Generally, it's good to have your thumb facing up, but you can also have your thumb facing towards you or even down if you want. I would make the suggestion that you alter your technique based on what's comfortable for you, but personally, I like to have the thumb facing up. And very similar to a lead arm head hook, you want your elbow behind your fist at the same level, so everything is horizontal from fist to elbow. And remember, it is okay to throw long hooks. You don't have to throw with your elbow at a 90-degree angle. If you just finished throwing your jab cross and you're at that extended range from your opponent, you should still be able to land a body shot. You just have to put less bend in your elbow. One of the easiest ways to gain power on the left hook is to make sure your rear shoulder comes in front, you preload the shot, and then unwind, so you're really focused on rotation. Now, a lot of people are concerned about the extra time it takes to put that rear shoulder in the front and wind up that left hook a bit, but you really don't have to worry about it because you can disguise that with a number of techniques, the cross being the easiest. When you throw your cross, the rear shoulder comes to the front, which is a perfect wind up for the left body hook. But you can also just twist your body and get that full rotation on your own time. One of the most important factors for a left hook to the body being effective and actually being able to utilize it is being able to hit hard enough for your opponent to feel it. If I just pitter patter my shots in, it's so much easier and so much more inviting for my opponent to counter. And whenever you throw a body shot, you are open to a counter. But if I hit them hard enough, if I actually make them scared of that shot, when they see it coming, they automatically tighten up and their counter shot is much slower, which will then give me the time to exit or angle or push them back. Next, I want to talk about some great combinations you can use to set up the left hook. As I mentioned before, you can throw the left hook on its own, but you're less likely to get countered and more likely to find an opening if you throw a combination where you're getting some shots off to create those openings. One of the most effective, although very basic combinations, is jab cross to the head. As they raise their arms up to guard and protect their face, you find the body hook down low. Now the trick on this is the timing. It can't be jab cross, pause, and the hook after, because at that point they've adjusted. It has to be 1, 2, 3, the same way that you would throw jab cross hook to the head, jab cross hook, jab cross body hook. It's all the same speed. You use those first 2 punches to raise the hands up, and then the third shot is right down to the body right after. 1, 2, 3. The next combination we're going to look at is very similar. We go jab, cross, uppercut off the lead arm, and then that lead arm is going to draw back and come down to the body. This is a combination that you'll see Canelo Alvarez throw very often. He'll come either from the body hook to the uppercut or the uppercut down to the body hook. And again, it works so well because when somebody goes to block the uppercut, they feed their elbow across the center line of their body, which leaves the liver open. And once again, we're focusing on the power behind the punch, that body punch, to make sure that the counters from our partner are less likely to come. Now, a way to make this combo even more effective for kickboxing is after your jab cross uppercut and your lead arm hook, you are going to throw a round kick off the back leg. Throwing the low kick off the body shot is fantastic because if you do connect with that body punch, they are going to get heavy on their feet and they're going to be very unlikely to be able to check that low kick. Now another great way to add on to the jab cross body hook is to take an angle off to your right. You throw your jab, your cross, your body shot as they're heavy on their feet. You push off your left foot, right foot leading first, land on the 45-degree angle to your opponent, and then you can throw the cross where they have trouble defending it. An additional way to land this body shot, although it's very advanced, is to cross step with your left foot to the outside of your opponent's left foot and at the same time throw the body shot. Now the reason I've been effective with this in sparring and in training is as you enter and you take that angle, you are moving off their center line. And the final aspect of a great left body hook is being able to use it as a counter shot. Use it when somebody else is throwing at you, you're being defensive, and then you come back with that attack. Now I want to show you some great ways to set it up and what to wait for. If you are taking punches off the guard, one of my favorite ways to block the majority of the shots is to use your lead elbow. If you lift this up, it blocks everything but the left hook. But when your opponent comes with their left hook and you use your right arm and your right elbow up in the air to block it, you have preloaded your left arm for a perfect counter shot. So we just take that arm and we come down with the body hook. Block the left hook and return with your own counter body hook. In this instance, I'm getting a jab cross hook thrown at me. I block the three of them. Again, once the left hook comes and I'm preloaded with my right hand up blocking the hook, I unwind my body. And even if my opponent follows up with a potential right hook after, as long as I land that body shot with some power, I'm going to stop him midway through his combo. One of my favorite setups for the left body hook is a technique that my training partners and I have coined the Bacao Shuffle. And what we're doing on this technique is setting up the right low kick. We throw it a number of times. Once we know our partner or opponent is going to be checking the kick, we then fake, and we do this by sweeping our back leg across the floor, keeping our toes connected to the ground, and we're making that fake motion for the low kick. As our partner or opponent goes to check that fake low kick, we then plant our feet down, come with the left body shot as they're still elevated like a flamingo on one foot. Once the body shot lands, which it will because of the arm positioning, you then jump to the side and throw the rear leg low kick. If you set this technique up correctly, it is very hard to stop or to counter. But it does take patience, timing, finesse to land properly. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown of my favorite technique to use in my fights. Be sure to find me on social media at Gabriel Varga Official. And I also have my own YouTube channel where I do breakdowns of techniques, explain kickboxing workouts all the way from running to push-up and sit-up drills. Be sure to check me out there for lots more content, and big thanks to the Modern Martial Artist for having me on their fantastic channel.